The Intuitive Wellness Cafe podcast is hosted by me, intuitive eating wellness coach Deanna Kozarov. My mission is to show women that health and wellness can be achieved without the pursuit of weight loss, counting calories, and spending hours in the gym punishing yourself. I am taking back health and wellness from diet culture and showing women that they don't have to succumb to diet culture standards to feel good in their body and find joy in life. I'll be coming on the podcast to talk about a variety of topics that will help you on your journey to food freedom, movement, and how to care for your body and life. It is my hope that by having this podcast, you will have the mental and emotional space freed up to enjoy life instead of constantly worrying and stressing over food and exercise, and live the life that you deserve. Let's get started. Welcome to the 10th episode of the Intuitive Wellness Cafe podcast. I hope you are well and good. In today's episode, we are going to dive into what our relationship with food is really all about. Because when it comes down to it, it really is not about the food. Now, when I first heard about the fact that it really is not about the food, I was like, what do you mean it's not about the food? Of course it's about the food. But when I was first learning about intuitive eating and intuitive movement, body image, all of that, one of the biggest takeaways I learned was that it actually really was not about food or the size of my clothes. It was actually about your beliefs and thoughts about the food. What we want to accomplish at the end of the day in our health journey is how we want to feel, right? That we want to feel good in our bodies, that we want to feel confident from within, we want to stress less, be more energized, and I can go on and on so that we can live a more fulfilling, joyful life. And this is what I help women with. But what you have to do first is work on your belief system and your thoughts. It is our thoughts from the beliefs we formed that produce these feelings we have, which then cause the behaviors or the actions. It is then where we see results that stick around more. Now, our beliefs come up from a variety of places. They come from diet culture, our parents, our friends, coworkers, family members, which then shape our thoughts. And so we want to move away from these belief systems that tell us that we are better women because we are thinner and lost weight and doing all the wellness things, and get to more neutral thoughts that are more along the lines that we are enough as we are. You were taught that smaller is better, thinner is better, these foods are bad, these foods are good from somewhere. When you hear someone talk like this, just keep in mind they learned these beliefs and thoughts from somewhere too. And yes, we need to get quote unquote angry at diet culture, as Evelyn Tribole and Elise Resch mentioned in their book, Intuitive Eating. But even more so, we also need to hold compassion for ourselves and for others. These people are so deep in diet culture. It's not your fault you want to avoid certain foods or want to diet or want to restrict or want to be in a smaller body. We listen to how our friends, parents, colleagues talk about diets, and it is not their fault. And it's not your fault. They don't realize it. Sometimes they can't even pinpoint where their beliefs came from. And that is how entrenched the diet culture messages are out there. The desire to lose weight is not bad. It's a way for you to feel safe because society does not like fat people. Let's just say it. People are judgmental and they can be mean. So it's totally normal that you want to lose weight. Now, I hold space for women who desire weight loss, even in my coaching sessions. Even if you're ready to ditch diet culture and you no longer want to diet, you may still desire weight loss. Totally normal. I get those days where I may have a bad body image day and the thoughts creep in. They do. I mean, we are human after all. Practicing to acknowledge these thoughts, feeling the feelings, and working on reframing the thoughts to a more neutral thought is what we can eventually produce more positive results. It's a long life practice. We want to get to a more food neutral mindset, a more body neutral mindset. This is what I described is rooted in what is called cognitive behavioral theory, which is the tool I use to help women get results. Because if you just tackle the act of restricting and or binging food itself without working on your beliefs and thoughts about food in your body, you will not get the results that you want to change. That is why I mentioned at the beginning, it is not about the food itself. Food has no moral value to it. How many times did you say, if you just lose 10 pounds, if I just lose 20 pounds, by restricting all these foods, I will be more confident. And then when you do lose the weight, the confidence is not there, or it never shows up after you have lost the weight. It is not about cutting out all these food groups or the size of your pants that's going to give us confidence. This confidence that you claim to have is actually fake confidence. What happens is when you are dieting, your thoughts are not really positive or kind. You want to lose weight and or shrink your body due to, thinking thoughts like, for example, I'm so gross, I need to lose weight. I won't be accepted. I need to lose weight. I won't be loved, so I better lose weight. My family told me I should, and so forth. That is why you don't feel confident after even losing the weight. I, for instance, when I was dieting, I wanted to lose weight and stay thin because I thought this is the only way I can be accepted and loved and judged less. And I thought managing the food and the size of my clothes is what was going to get me there. So I was tall for my age growing up. And so I really sticked out in the first place. And that itself made me feel self-conscious. And I would think to myself, well, as long as I stay slim and keep this weight off, I will feel confident. I will be fine being this tall because at least I'm thin. That was my mindset. But when I lost the weight or went back on the diet to maintain the weight, I still felt like I was not thin enough. I still was not as confident. I'm looking at pictures, now looking back when I was in a smaller size, and I thought, okay, what was wrong with me? I looked fine. Like, why did I think this way? It was external validation that I was getting, not confidence from within. I needed more confidence within myself that no matter what size I was enough. No matter what anyone thought or said, no matter what diet culture was saying. My thoughts were not the kind thoughts that helped me stay confident, regardless of what size I was. And that was the issue. Well, that is it from me. And I want to let you know that this is the last episode of season 1. If you have been listening this entire time, thank you so much for your support. I hope you got a lot out of the episodes and learned a thing or two. Please leave me a review, which helps the podcast immensely. And share it with anyone that you know that you think would benefit from my podcast. For those who have just came to this episode and to my podcast for the first time, feel free to listen to episodes 1 through 9. There's no particular order. You can jump through any of the episodes to listen in. If you'd like to get on my email list and be the first to know when season 2 is going to start up again, you can sign up at the link in the show notes. I also post bi-weekly valuable tips and coaching in my emails, offers, and events happening. And I have a free journal where you can write down how you feel after consuming a food or a meal and some reflection questions. It's a food and mood journal. It's a good way to exercise how to tune in with your body. So go ahead and download that, and then you will be on my email list. And that email list will also include when I start at podcasting again. And if you're ready to work with me on a more deeper level, I also have a one-to-one private coaching program. I will put in the link to apply to see if you would be a good fit for my program. I can help you pursue wellness with all the diety gimmicks and stop binging and overeating and stress less over what to eat, plus anything else surrounding food, body movement, and body image. I coach you at the thought and belief level, which is where the work lies in order to produce sustainable results. And if you're a good fit for my program, we will get on a call for a consultation, and we will work through how I can help you. So I will put the link in the show notes for that as well, with more details, including the price. So thank you again for listening, and I will chat with you in the next season. And in the meantime, either in my email inbox or as a coaching client. Bye for now.